Hello, everybody. My name is William, and welcome to the ConvoCast, the show where I invite a guest to talk about a topic. Today's topic, podcast. Today's guest, no one. Today's episode is a solo episode because I just wanted to talk about the purpose of this show and where I wanted it to go. So, first up, the reason why I made this show is to really just have a conversation with another person. And I know I'm not really having a conversation with another person in here right now, but I'm kind of having a conversation with you, the viewer. And I wanted to do that because I feel like conversations are such interesting things where they're kind of like a butterfly effect where you start with one thing and then you branch off into many different things and you end up at a completely different thing than you did before. And it's just an incredibly thoughtful conversation. And I really wanted to kind of harness that with this show. I realized that, I don't know, it might be better to try out different ideas and just newer things that might not typically have to do with conversations, but just going back to that thing where I was start with one thing and end up with a different thing. I was thinking of having a new segment on the show called Topics of Disinterest, where I bring up a subject or a topic that absolutely no one knows or cares about or just knows, no one would really go out of their way to find this stuff out. And I would basically the purpose is to just bring it up and say, hey, did you know this? And it's something no one knows. I'd love to do that. I'd love to just bring that to someone's attention. And if they care, or if they don't, then, whatever. But I just like to, bring that to the table. Another idea that I thought of kind of goes back to the original podcast where I just maybe I get another host, or maybe I get more than one guest at a time, or I don't know. I want to broaden the conversation. So maybe it's not just two people. I also had an idea where it's kind of like a reverse conversation. It's like the game Connections on the New York Times or whatever, where it's 4 different things and you have to find the relation between them. I'd love to do that. Bring up a random topic generator or whatever, and pick 2 things and then talk about the missing link that would bind those things together. And I think that is a pretty good idea. It's kind of like a conversation where it's start with one thing, end up with a totally different thing. These are just ideas. I don't know if I will fulfill these things that I talk about, but that's the kind of thing I want to accomplish with this show. I want to, just have fun. I want to have fun. I want this to be a personality-driven show and less of an information-driven show. I will be, giving you guys information about things, but I don't know. I'd want to hear more about people's opinions about those things. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you for listening and watching. Actually, this is the first video episode. Next episode, we are going to be talking about I don't know. You're just going to have to see and find out. Thanks for watching, guys.